talking about flipping houses and your friends that want to get into it, and you've been flipping houses for a while now, I want to ask you, what are you going to do more of? Are you going to continue to flip houses, or are you thinking about flipping businesses? And what's the comparison? What do you not like about flipping houses that you can get from flipping businesses or online businesses?
On the flipping houses, the human factor, in my experience, on almost any business is the hardest thing to control. Whether you sell sandwiches in my restaurant or sell houses, because humans were so unpredictable, and even when I was dealing with contractor, I mean, materials that might go up in price because of inflation. It's very, very difficult have people that have the exact same work ethic and goals that you want. So for now, my next approach, I jump from ideas and businesses, and I don't know what's going to happen 5-10 years from now. But at least for now, I want businesses where I depend the least possible of people. So that way I make my own call, my own decisions. And if I messed up, it's my own call. But I don't want to depend on people. So that leads me more focusing more into the online world. On real estate, I'm also a real estate agent. So I might still used to real estate deals every now and then as a realtor, but probably not as an investor. No, not as an investor. Maybe like super down the road, and if I get financially stable and I got some money, I might be like a passive investor, just maybe lending money for people who are actually doing. I've lent money before it's called hard money lender, so you become a private lender. So people that are actually flipping houses, they need the financing, so you can lend money at, it could be 11 or 13% for like 6 months or 12 months, but that's technically passive, and you get the note. If he defaults on the house, I mean, you can foreclose on it and keep it,
Yeah.
So I'll probably stay more into the online world. I'm also working on a little startup, so for like taxes and sales taxes and stuff, but again, it's mostly software. And I want to try now to stay within the online world. So maybe buy more content sites, work on this startup, and on the real estate side, maybe just keep my license active, just for maybe friends or family, or if I want to see houses, and when I need it, I'll just use it.
Great, love it.
But yeah, no more flipping.
No more flipping houses
for a while. No.
Do you feel owning an online business is easier than flipping houses?
Hands down. You know what? The only challenge I find, and I think this is my personality, I'm very hyperactive. So I can be outside. I mean, I think I told you I've done like 2 Ironman triathlons, and there's like what's it, 240 kilometers, 140 miles, and training, and I can get up. But if you put me sit down and meetings and work, I mean, I find it challenging. I fall asleep, man. I can go to coffee. I just gotta build the muscle now of sitting down. So on the computer, when I'm working on it, like I'm working on my content and I love it. And I mean, I'm passionate and I'm grateful and I like it. The only challenge is just getting myself used to, okay, now you gotta learn. For example, I'm learning to take breaks on the computer, like no more like what's like 25 minutes and get out. Otherwise I fall asleep and just I feel like I have ants, like I want to move, I want to run, I want to do something. Like, no, sit down, at least 1, 2, 3 hours. But your answer is like, yeah, man, I find it way better. I enjoy way better. I can work on it whenever I want to. I can get my cup of coffee. I can just I truly enjoy it. And again, I think it's because I've done so much of the other things that makes me appreciate it so much. And I don't think I would have appreciated it as much if this would have been my first business 8 years ago. Like, I'll be honest. So I think sometimes we need to go to the hard stuff. Like yourself, I think you're plumbing, right? I think that's your background. You were doing so like going from being a plumber to working on your computer for you to also, I'm assuming, is like night and day. Now you're like on your computer, you can travel, you can surf. But I don't know if you were the same boat. Like, I don't know if you would have appreciated the same if that would have been your own business. What do you think? Your first business?
If you understand to appreciate, then the older you get, the more you can appreciate. And yeah, I mean, I still to this day, quitting my 9-to-5 job as a plumber is like one of my greatest achievements, I believe, because it was the hardest one that I've had to overcome. Now with more money and time and resources in business, I can make these moves and do things. It's less hard and less stressful. So I still appreciate that back then, but now it's just really ensuring I keep that muscle built of like appreciating that where I'm at.